You got into teaching because you believed that you could make a difference, and you did everything that you were trained to do. But the classroom that you were trained for no longer exists. The students sitting in front of you today are living lives that have no comparison to any generation before them, and their bodies and brains are showing it. The behavior you were given tools to manage has changed faster than the tools have. That is not a personal failure. You were equipped for a classroom that no longer exists. Teaching is now the number one most burned out profession in America. 72% of teachers say student behavior is worse than it's ever been. And 84% of teachers say that students are developmentally behind in self-regulation and the ability to build relationships. I want you to tell me if this day sounds familiar. You walk in already carrying yesterday, and by mid-morning, you've talked down 2 kids, redirected the same student 4 times, and held your composure through something that should have broken it. You teach anyway. You manage anyway. You pour into kids who are struggling in ways that have nothing to do with the curriculum, and you do it without fully recovering from the day before. And then you go home. When you sit down and try to rest, the day follows you. You replay the moments that you're not proud of. You worry about the kids that you could not reach. And then you start dreading tomorrow before today is even over. What you were never taught is this: those kids are not trying to make your day harder. What you're seeing is not defiance, it is survival. Their nervous systems are stuck in fight or flight, and a body in survival mode cannot focus, cannot regulate its emotions, and cannot control its responses. Not because the student is choosing not to, because their system will not allow it. That is why the punishments aren't working. That's why the interventions are not sticking. They are aimed at behavior, and the root issue is biology. You cannot lead a room full of dysregulated students when your own system is running on empty. It is physiologically impossible. The kids are looking for something steady to hold on to, and that something has to be you. Regulation is not a classroom management strategy. It's a biological process, and it starts with the adult in the room. When you learn to settle your own system under pressure, you stop just surviving the day, and your students will start to feel it. That is how the room changes, not from the outside in, but from you outward. If you're ready for next year to feel different, if you're ready to remember why you chose this profession, join our regulated teacher and regulated classroom courses, built specifically for you and the exact students you are working with right now. Visit it'sinyourhead.com to learn more.